No.
It's a day. Oh, we are live with episode 54. Okay, that was funny though.
God.
Welcome to episode 54 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. Today we're talking about no life gaming, meaning spending all of your free time playing a single game for an extended period of time, whether that be a week, a month. And if you happen to no life a single game for more than a month, you need a psychiatrist, a therapist, you need the whole works. Anyway,
I gotta go to therapy.
Or donate to my bank account.
So
apparently you got the funds for it.
Yeah.
before we get into it, I just want to go through a couple things that I'd like to do at the beginning of the episodes instead of at the end. If you are watching for the first time, you can find all previous episodes on youtube.com under Turtledude01. There's a playlist for every previous episode. There's some good ones out there. I know Circuitry has a very specific one he likes to always point out.
Episode 21, what is VR chat?
That was a very good episode. We have a lot of nods back to that one.
And I know exactly why you're calling
I would
that one
definitely recommend watching that episode. But today, we're talking about no-life gaming, or no-lifing games. So, the first question is, what games have you no-lifed, and why? We'll start over on the left with Xavier.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. No. If we're talking like you have a job and no life, right? Because I want to at least get that. I've never been unemployed and had the thrill of just
it's
like
just your free
games.
time. All of your free time, basically, like if you wake up and you don't have to work today, you're gonna play this one game all day. Maybe stop for 15, 20 minutes, get a snack, whatever.
Warcraft, vanilla.
man.
I was grinding so hard on that game. Everything was special. There was like a time where I was playing the game, and apparently this guy I was talking to was an inmate. Something like 2274 and 35. He's still locked up in Illinois. He did something with killing people. Great guy to like raid with. He knew his shit. He had nothing else to do. He low life harder than anybody. But World of Warcraft was definitely that game. I saw people get married in it. I kind of got married-ish with it. But yeah, that will be my pick.
There's your motto.
Wow.
World of Warcraft, where free birds and jailbirds unite.
God.
How to get an Oculus in jail, man. I tell you, it's worth it. I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that, officer.
Wow.
So I did Skyrim back when that was the first game my dad bought me, and I played that on the Xbox 360 for like 4 years straight. Every day I'd wake up, I'd finish, because I was homeschooled, so I would just do the whatever work I had that day. And the whole entire rest of the day was just Skyrim until I got Minecraft for 4 years later. And yeah, I played Skyrim every day, every single day. I think I've completed it like 40, 50 times in the span of that 4 years. So
That's a lot more times than I beat that game. Holy crap.
I got almost 40,000 hours in total.
Whew, jeez.
Damn.
That is
That's Xbox alone.
That's
I don't
definitely
even
no
think I
life
have 40,000
requirement.
worth.
Yes.
Like on anything, like combined. I don't think I have 40,000 worth like on any game.
Oh, Minecraft is right behind Skyrim.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've moved. Help me.
Gamer, where you
No
going?
fucking.
No.
Okay.
No.
So,
No.
Circuitry,
So
what games have you no-lifed?
Okay, I have to echo what he said because I bought a buddy of mine. We were at me and my bass player. I was in a band at the time, and we were at GameStop at the mall. And I said, "What game should I buy?" And he immediately points to Skyrim on the wall. It just came out, and he said, "Dude, you need to buy this and play it." I'd never played an Elder Scrolls game ever. Never played Oblivion. Never played Daggerfall. Any of them. But so technically Skyrim was my first ever Elder Scrolls game. So I take it home and I start playing it, and the first feel of it, I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. But then I start blacksmithing and crafting, and I'm immediately addicted. I'm immediately hooked from that point. So much so that I bought 4 other editions of Skyrim. I bought it for PS3 originally, then I bought 2 copies for PS4 Special Edition and Legendary Edition, and then I bought the PC version, and then I bought the VR version of Skyrim. So when it comes to, you say you have 40,000 hours, I probably have like 200,000 just from 2011 to today.
There'd be no way.
If there's any game that's taken my life away, I probably, it's got to be Skyrim. The second game that follow that is Fallout, and you can insert Fallout here, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, just not 76. I never bought that.
This is time with a passion curve.
God damn.
Yeah, but 200,000
I
hours?
could even,
You mean like
200,000
20,000?
hours would be 22 years, or almost 23
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
so...
Well, you're supposed to curve it with the passion. It's an actual like mathematical equation. Passion equals.
Well, there's
I'll tell you, I have-
8,640 hours in a year.
I'll tell you this, I have enough to where I could have had at least 2 or 3 relationships in that time. And instead I chose to just marry the same person in Skyrim over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
God.
So we're gonna get to that.
Passion curve, man. Passion curve.
We're gonna
I
get
was
to that in a
awesome.
minute.
If circuitry, if only Selena.
Oh, Serana,
Serana, my bad.
We're gonna get to
Mods
that
count.
type of stuff in a minute. Let's get through this
Yes,
first
mod do
part.
count.
So, Sobi, what games have you no-lifed?
I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything, so I'm going to avoid Bethesda at this point, because I was going to say Skyrim, and then these two said it, and I was going to say Fallout, and Circuitry said it, so I'm going to go with my third one. It was a World
I'll be honest,
of,
you pussy.
Well, fine. All right, then don't call me a pussy. I mean, Skyrim is probably the
You are what
biggest
you
one
eat.
that I have.
You gotta spank it first.
Well, I guess he's not one then, so we're good.
Skyrim. I probably no-life Skyrim the most. I go back to that every so often. I have certain saves that I'll always have. Trying to 100% the game, but probably never will. There's just so much to do.
I've only done it like
so
twice.
That entire half of the room is all Skyrim.
I'll be a
What-
whole
what-
break, don't worry. Don't
Now-
worry, I'll be a break
I was
from
gonna
that.
say.
I have
I
two
have
games.
never played Skyrim.
I have two
Literally,
games.
I've never played it. Never. I've never played Skyrim.
So,
Well,
I have two
tonight, my good
games
friend.
that I have no-lifed in the past. The first one was Minecraft, and the second one was Osu.
Oh boy.
Oh, super.
Yeah, I played Osu literally every day. Like as soon as I got home from school, I'd be playing Osu until 2 in the freaking morning and not go to school the next day. And just play Osu all day the next day. So I did that, and then I also did that same thing with Minecraft before that. Playing Minecraft all day, every day. As soon as I get home from school, I'm in Minecraft until 2 in the morning, and then I didn't go to school the next day. Yeah. Also, little note: Minecraft server available. Yeah, Discord. There's details in there. At least there should be.
Get
if
the
there isn't.
details!
Basically a
God damn it.
very
Oh,
low
God.
version of Skyrim.
Yo, turn the share
Yeah.
function off.
So yeah, Minecraft and
Just teleported out of
Osu.
nowhere.
Yeah, I've been teleporting
Those
too.
are the games I've no-lifed. Those two games have the most playtime I have ever had of any game. So
I've
Vampy,
got too many games I've no life because my ADHD keeps it going like
Oh, just pick one or
What's
two.
like the first that
Name-
comes to
name the
mind?
top
Hard to
three.
relate.
top 3.
Pick the ones you played the most.
What's the first one
It
that
would
comes to
be-
mind, Vampy?
It would be. It started in high school or middle school actually with Warframe. High school,
Uh-huh.
Minecraft, And then nowadays, Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You had me in the first. You had me in the first. All of that until you said Genshin.
Yeah, same.
Understand, if she existed, he would tap the right in Shogun.
No, make him have Wika.
Really?
Got a motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's been knocked off the pedestal, huh?
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, it happens.
Paimon is not
Right.
emergency food.
Yes,
Oh
she is.
jeez.
That's bullshit.
She is
First
the
winter
current food.
game.
Oh, true. Yep. She's a small little snack. That's
I love Uno games. I'm enjoying
She's not a
Zenless,
snack.
as you can tell.
I
Yes,
would give
Zenless
Headpats.
is good as well.
For me, it's pretty much the same thing as him. I'm very ADHD, so I play like I have phases. But for the first one that I can like that's locked in my brain would be Black Ops 2 Zombies. Every day after school, me, two other of my friends would go home to my house specifically, and we'd just like sit on the couch. There are bags of Doritos, like at least 6 or 7 bags of Doritos, 2 liters of Mountain Dew.
And Mountain
and
Dew.
then just-
Oh, Jesus.
Exactly. Like stereotypical, like 12-year-old kids on Black Ops, like all night on Zombies, just like running transit or town. It was so fun. And then in high school, it was kind of like a mix of like Dark Souls games. I'd kind of just No Life on, or like any FromSoft game. Just got hard into those games for whatever reason. I don't know. It became a masochist, like suffering and getting
You have to
angry
be.
at games. And then
You
that
have to
continued into now, into my current No Life phase, where it's For Honor, this god awful game. Don't ever play it. Anyone who's watching, do not play it.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing
I
ever.
played it.
I've got another friend who plays it, so.
For the last year and a half, I've been no lifing that game, and it makes my blood boil. It makes me want
didn't
to
catch it. What was it?
For Honor. It's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, no, I know which one you're talking about.
I mean,
Yeah,
you would be pretty soft if you know life that
Speaking of
game.
Ubisoft, I did play the fuck ton out of
Screw you.
Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are like my top 3, I'd say.
It's
My
still-
top 3, I'll try to
Say
go in
it.
chronological order. It started with World of Warcraft. Like, I saw my brother playing
Wow.
it, got into it during Burning Crusade. Shut the fuck up.
Wait. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you, Xavian.
No, he
Um,
said World of Warcraft, and I was just like, wow.
I fit the stereotype too. There were some days I would skip homework just to play, and I would do that shit on the bus. And as I couldn't get any more game time because my parents just wouldn't pay for it anymore, I joined my stepbrother in playing Halo 3 online. That took up a bunch of my time. And then as I started high school, Warframe. It only got worse as I got into college. Like, I would do story quests while I was waiting on my next class on campus.
Oh, God.
To further drive
I was
the point
waiting for you
home,
to say it.
Vamp, you know about this. So there's certain mastery ranks or account levels that dictate how
Oh,
long you
yeah.
played the game for.
Yeah, he's
Technically, the
legendary
max
rank
is
2.
30. Yeah, the max is 30, and at that point you can overrank. I'm ranked 32. That's how long I've been playing this shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's how awful.
The highest
I'm about
one
to
I've
hit
ever seen is
33. I'm
34.
getting there.
Okay. So now we're going to go back to what Circuitry was saying about how he very well could have had a few different relationships while he was no lifing games. So what is the harm in no lifing a game? Whether that's the harm in your social with people or literally anything else. Because I think no lifing a game for a week is fine. But much longer than that is detrimental massively.
I dated a girl that played Dead by Daylight for an entire 2 minutes straight. And after that point, I broke up with her because I couldn't stand it any longer.
Wait, as in
She
didn't
24/7 always on it. Huh?
As in she didn't sleep?
Until like
So-
3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh boy.
So my
Okay.
thought process is playing one game for too long. you might get really good at that game, or you're going to be complete and total shit at that game and you're no-lifing it to get better. Me and Othu. I never got better. I plateaued. Like, if you play the same game constantly for too long, you plateau at a certain point. You don't get anywhere. You just...
Me when I
Testing
play
two
Kingdom
players in
Hearts.
Crucible.
Me for the last year in For Honor.
No.
So,
Stop
like,
it, man.
I
Stop
say...
I can't.
Like, if you play too many different games at the same time, like,
Oh god damn it.
I have to play a game and
Well, I'm
stick
staying
with
up
one
here.
game for a week or two. Get as far as I can in that week or two, and then I get bored of it and I go on to another game and play much as I can for a week or two and just repeat. You know, going back to it months later, I don't remember what I did, so I end up restarting. But, you know, there's not a lot of games out there anymore that you can just play a few hours here, a few hours there, and progress.
Farming Simulator.
So that's where the benefit of no-lifing comes in. And also, the benefit of no-lifing is if it's a game that you have to pay a subscription fee for. No-life the fuck out of it when you're paying for it, and then cancel your subscription.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of RuneScape days.
Oh, man.
Like War Thunder for me every time I pay for
War
premium.
Robots. War Thunder, yeah, that one too.
I feel like I just want to throw something in here. Like I feel like the definition of no life has adjusted into more gaming than it used to be. So when I was no
Oh, it
life,
definitely has.
yeah, it was 2007. 2007, Burning
I was
Crusades.
just a little
became
baby.
Well, yeah, I know I'm old, but so back then, most games were designed with the idea of we'll get you to play 3 to 4 hours and that's it, and that's a lot back then. Now it's like, dude, it's 12-hour gaming. That's how we run. Destiny's like that. Warframe's like that. There's just so many Call of
That's
Duties
really
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Games benefit from people no-lifing them because it increases their value, in a sense, by having a higher player count. That game can advertise saying, we have so many concurrent players or average players or whatever, and people are going to be like, oh, that must be such a good game. And in reality, it could just be that there's 1,000 people that really, really like the game, and another 1,000 that are like, eh.
Yeah. Like a normal PlayStation, like let's using Halo as a measurement. Halo 2 specifically, because I think most of us has played it, I think. But you can
No.
get 4 stages in. Okay. I have no other reference. But okay, so Halo 2, Halo Infinite. That actually that works. 3 stages in, right? 3 chapters in, right? Or 4, and that was your playtime that day. Then you go leave, live life, do that shit, then go back and do 4 more stages or something like that.
I have a crazy theory that goes right in with all this. Crazy theory. Original game consoles like the N64 and like those old ass consoles that didn't have save files, right?
My poor baby.
You had to no-life the game to complete it.
Touched.
And most of
Remind me
those games
days.
would only take like 2 to 3 hours to complete all the way through with regular play.
Unless you're
Okay,
a
not
sadist and take your
speedrunning.
time in each one.
Zelda
I'll
took
say
me forever,
double A.
dude.
Yeah,
I'm talking
there
like
was a
the
save
original
system in some
Nintendo
of them, like
64.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about Ocarina
okay.
of Time for the N64.
Yeah,
That took
was
me months to
wild.
beat.
Green Army Men games for the
You left the
N64.
you left the
God.
console on. You had to go to school. Came back home, hoping the power didn't go out. That type of situation.
Yep.
Hope your little brother didn't
Yeah.
unplug
So,
the console.
I-
I am unfortunately guilty of doing that.
Atari.
My theory is that
I was a bit of a gremlin.
because of games,
I hate you.
you
Hey, I'm
not
paying
being
for
able
it
to
now.
save games in the early days of
Good.
gaming. You couldn't
Child
save,
can pay.
so you had to sit down and play for 3 hours to complete a game. That translates to more modern times where a game would latch people on for 2 to 3 hours and then pretty much tell them go take a fucking break. You're playing too
Well,
much.
how about this? I feel like I'm gonna adjust your theory just a little bit.
Elden Ring doesn't do
Mo-
that.
It was rare
WoW still has that tooltip,
that
which is
people
funny.
beat the game. Blockbuster was the thing. You'd rent a game, you check it out, you get yourself maybe to level 5, you return it, you never play it again. That's what
Forgot
most
about
people
renting
did.
games.
Most people never beat
guilty
the
of
game,
that.
and if you did, you were the cool one
I mean, if
in,
you
in
really
your
think
nerd
about it.
community that could tell the ending.
Spoil it for everyone.
Yes. And also, Tips and Tricks magazine. Dear God, we needed that fast.
Dude,
Okay. Side note: who remembers Game Shark from the PS2 days?
Yes.
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 It wasn't the PS2.
But I do remember.
It was the Nintendo 64 that I had it on.
I was strictly.
Oh,
Shark?
forgot my
No,
Game
no.
Shark.
Game
This is
Shark
playing
was a-
behind me.
Game Shark is
Game Shark
is a
was on
cheap
Nintendo 64.
disc.
Yeah.
The only thing I ever had it for was what was like it was the like literal disc. You put it into the PS2, find the game you're gonna play, select the cheat codes, hit start, pull that disc out, put the game disc in, and go.
That's what I
Yeah,
did for
with the
Kingdom
got all
Hearts.
these
Nintendo
cheats.
64. With the Nintendo 64, it was a
jailbroken
cartridge you put in,
extra
and then you
360,
put
I
the
think.
game cartridge on top.
Yeah,
I think I had that at one point. My God.
My uncle had one, but I never did.
because I never did because I was Xbox growing up strictly, but I did jailbreak in 360 once.
Oh, when I was growing up, it was Sega Genesis and NES. Or from
I've only ever played one Xbox game in my entire life, and it was Perfect Dark Zero for the Xbox 360. And that was just because my
Has there been
roommate
any
left
news
his...
on the new Perfect Dark game.
No idea, but I do want to try it.
Me too.
So, do you guys, as a whole, think it is healthy to no life games?
No,
No,
absolutely
no.
not.
Oh,
No,
Trust
Depending
me.
on your
Is it
definition.
beneficial?
If you
Is
have the
it
time to do it,
beneficial?
Mm,
is it
I
beneficial?
don't
Not
think
in
it
the
is.
slightest.
I
say
think
I
I
say
fall
it'd be
along lines
beneficial.
for us.
in moderation.
I'm kind of in the gray
yeah,
area.
well,
here.
actually,
Like, not
the
even
only
moderation,
time I
actually.
think no lifing is acceptable is if it's a game that you have to pay for a premium thing. You paid for that premium thing, and now you want to complete the game or get as far as you can during that month that you paid an extra $30. That's the only time that
I
I
would-
think no lifing a game is a good idea.
And
I would fit it under
I
two
have
criteria
one
that you have to
exception.
meet both of. One, it's your day off or whatever, and you've got plenty of free time. Two, you're just killing time with your friends. That's
Yeah.
it. And
so I have
Yeah.
one
No,
exception
I would-
to that.
I would- I go ahead.
I was gonna say if it's a brand new game that just came out and you want to grind it, you want to play, you want to finish the campaign. If it has a multiplayer, you want to grind that a little bit. I think that's really the only time that somebody can get a pass on no life in game.
But you
You
see,
know, solely
that's why
playing that game for a month.
that's why I hate playing new games. Because unless I no life the fucking game when it first comes out, everyone else is going to be so far ahead of me anyway. And that's why I just don't like competitive games, especially when they
$7.
just came out. I won't buy them.
That's fair,
My
but I mean, you
reason-
can no life games that are campaign only. I did that with Dead Space.
I
that was
mean,
me for
oh,
Armored
yeah,
I
that's
Core.
love that. I still go
I
back to that game.
technically,
When Armored Core 6 came out, I
I
played
technically
the
no
entire
life the
campaign
entire
first
Jack
try.
and Daxter series on PS2 this year or last year, I guess.
Scarlet Nexus.
Yeah,
And for me, I
beat
pre-ordered
every single
like-
one of them. Good time.
I pre-ordered
Anyways,
both
Tales of
Armored
Arise series,
and
Tales of
Armored Core
series.
6, so I know like
Yeah.
both those games when they came out just because I paid like $150 for both of them, so I was gonna get my money's worth.
Yeah. So
I
there's
know
only
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom
finally came out
Hearts.
on PC. Yeah, when it
Kingdom
finally hit
Hearts.
PC, I beat
Oh,
the main story
dude.
of Cage 2 in like 2 days.
So me and my friends, we rented Kingdom Hearts from
That's my
Blockbuster.
favorite one in the series.
We had 2 days to take it back, and so what we did was we binged it for like 40 hours straight. Like we all took turns fighting the bosses, going to different worlds. Almost 2 exact days. We never turned that console off, and we would just continue trading off and taking naps and just like. It was to the point where I got so pissed off at the Tarzan level because I couldn't beat Clayton that after 100 deaths,
Yeah.
I was like, "Motherfucker! All right,
Yeah.
I'm passing this off." I died 100 times in a row.
Hey, it's your first time playing that game. Clayton is everyone's deadlock.
Yeah. I was so pissed. This was back, 2009.
He's a
I want to say.
bitch.
Clayton, the Tarzan villain.
So now,
That was one of the
Yeah.
first games I ever played.
Okay.
here's another thing that's not exactly the same as what we're talking about, but it's close. No-lifing TV shows or movie series.
Oh, binge
Oh,
watching.
God.
Ooh.
Yeah, binge watching.
Yeah, binge watching. Binge watching is the no-lifing
SpongeBob.
of
I
shows
did that
and
with my
movies.
ex-wife.
Power Rangers
So,
and Doctor Who.
I think
Rangers is a
no-lifing
good one.
or binge watching shows and movies is much better and much more reasonable than
You could learn something.
no-lifing games. Not exactly.
You're only
The
saying
reason
that
I say
because you
this,
found Groot.
the reason I say this is because if you watch one movie and then 6 months later you watch the next movie, you have to you have to sit back and be like, oh wait, what happened in the first one? I don't remember exactly. So you spend the first third of the movie just remembering what happened in the previous one.
Or
Same
you
thing with
just
like
rewatch
episodes
the
of
first movie
shows.
before you go into the second one. It's not that hard.
That's what
Exactly.
I'm
So now
saying.
you have to know life or binge watch it
That's not the same
for it
thing.
to make sense. It is.
I mean,
You are
TV shows.
if you are
normally
watching the
have-
first movie, if you're rewatching the first movie to then watch the second movie so that you're up to date and refreshed.
That's recapping.
That's
That's,
binge
not
watching it.
binging.
If you are watching them back to back, I would consider that a binge.
So
If
I
it's the
just
first
watched
time
the
you're
new
watching them,
Beetlejuice movie,
sure.
but we watched the first movie before that. Is that a binge to you? Or is that me just trying to remember a movie from the 1990s?
So you watched multiple movies in a row
I watched two
that are all in
movies.
one series. Oh,
Yes.
Okay,
in a
hold on.
sense, yes, that is mild binging, but it is binging.
No, I'm with Circuit
Most
Tree.
you're
anime
watching-
episodes are there's 12
Congratulations,
episodes
you've
for most
got me.
anime. Is watching all
That's
12 in
3
one
hours.
sitting binging?
Yes.
Yes, that's 3 hours.
3 hours?
See,
Wait, they're 30 minutes long.
TV
Is my math that bad?
24
3
minutes
hours
per
of watching,
episode,
we can use
typically.
that. Yeah,
24 times
yeah,
3.
we can use
Watch
that as
enough
measurements.
TV to save
Anything
yourself.
over
72.
3 hours is
Fair.
binging.
That's fair.
I don't think
And
I've
most
ever
movies
binged
are
like anything. I just don't
About
watch
2
enough.
hours now. So you watch 2 movies, that's 4 hours.
I
Can binge
don't
a
think 2 movies are
whole
binge
lot.
watching.
Not even.
I
close.
think it is.
I'm almost halfway
Especially
done
if
with
you
One
go
Piece.
and watch 2 more the next day in that series and 2 more the next day, that is binge. To binge, you don't necessarily have to watch it all in one sitting in one go, but you have to watch it all in a short time. So, I mean, if you watch the whole series over the course of an entire month, I wouldn't say that's binging. But if
A
you watch
week?
it in the course of a week, that's binging.
So, I do have one question, Turtle, for you, for your logic. What happens if you watch multiple movies in a day, but they're not part of the same series or even part of the same company? Because
It's not
there was
binging a
a
series
drive-in
in a
show.
sense, but it is very similar.
Okay.
Hold up.
The
It is
practice.
still wasting a lot of time.
Okay, just so we're clear, the
Watching
definition of
something.
binge watching is the practice of watching multiple episodes of a television program in rapid succession, typically by means of DVD or digital streaming.
Which is
So
exactly
rapid
what I said.
succession meaning back to back
These
to back
days
to
is
back.
definitely digital streaming.
But
We
if
don't
you
DVDs
split it
anymore.
off,
And-
but if you say you watch
I have
a few
a few.
episodes today and the few episodes the next
I don't
day,
have
does that
anything I can
qualify as
use them
binging?
with, though.
Yeah, but how
If it's
many
only
do you
3,
have?
If you're
like,
dividing
in the
it-
last few years?
In short succession,
So Xavier,
it
how'd you
doesn't
do?
specify a time
There you
frame.
go.
It is
You
up
know what?
for
Not too bad.
fair.
I made it here on time while driving and holding my phone. Didn't get pulled over.
That's crazy.
Sorry, say the definition again.
Don't tell the police.
Oh god damn! I just closed the window.
They'll never know anything.
No,
Hold on.
it said short succession, right?
They're back
Watching-
at it again.
Hang on. All right, it says
Multiple
the
episodes in short
practice.
succession.
It says the practice of watching multiple episodes of a television program in rapid succession.
In
Wait,
rapid
wait, I
succession.
think we're arguing
so
semantics,
That's not saying
guys.
that you have to
Again.
watch them back to
You
back,
realize
back,
it says TV shows,
But
not
You have to
movies,
watch
and we're
them,
talking
or
about
can you
very
movies.
skip
short-
episodes?
I know.
It doesn't necessarily mean rapid succession does not necessarily mean all in one sitting or all in one day, but in a short amount of time. No, usually you have like one episode come out a week for like 20 weeks, right?
Okay, so,
So,
one example I found is
watching something-
I bought
watching
my
an entire
wife some
series
thigh
in
highs
2
recently
weeks,
for Christmas. That look
I would
just
say
like
that is
those.
binging that series.
Really? That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool.
I have
And
a
if
wife
it's
that-
not
but
binging
not
a
like this.
series, it is very close to binging. So,
Okay, I'll tell you this.
As far
I
as
will
I know,
agree
they're
with you
very
on.
comfy. My head goes on.
I
my
have to
thigh.
agree with you
Oh,
because I
God,
did
that's
find a
fine.
really good example of binge watching movies. If
Yeah,
you
they are
binge
pretty
watch
comfortable.
the entire Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter series, that qualifies as
Thank you.
binge
That was going to
watching.
be my example. But if it is just 2 movies, that's
Or
not
like
the same
Star
There's
thing.
Wars.
three.
Probably
There's
keep
three
going
Lord of the
for, like, next,
Rings,
10 minutes.
and then there's 8 Harry
Oh,
Potter
yeah.
films.
Yeah.
Or like if
Technically
you watch
7,
all
but
of the
there's 2
Star
parts
Wars
of the 7th
films
one,
like
so-
back to back, and then like all the
All 9 of them.
spin-offs are
Fuck
like
that.
Well,
And I'm not
Yeah.
even
Watch
counting the
every-
I'll just
Fantastic
tell you.
Beasts. And
Yeah.
Watch
Doesn't
every Marvel
outside need to
movie
compete harder
in
in order to get us off
chronological
the
order.
couch? Or
And
off
don't forget
your
about the
desks,
Hobbit.
off gaming.
Yeah, I'm not counting
So-
out.
so-
translating
Star Wars
translating
movies
that
back
back
to the
because
to
moment we
it
go
really
into
just
Disney era.
depends
The game.
on,
Yeah, no.
I guess,
You're
what
better
happens
off
really.
skipping those.
Anyways,
But
Yeah,
what
yeah,
are there like
back
better
to a game.
parties,
7, 8, 9
better
completely B and A
events?
for-
Oh, we've
Something
got
that you'd
3
wanna be like,
conversations
oh,
going
I'm
on
not
now.
playing the
Jesus
game,
fuck.
I'm doing this.
So I get you
tomorrow.
the shit I never forget.
Well,
Yes.
again, it depends because like if you're a child, you would be more interested in a game party. I'm just saying.
Right.
But
Okay,
like
so
as
now
an
let's-
adult, you know, you might be more interested in socializing. Oh, y'all done? Y'all
Let's-
finally done?
Yeah, I just thought I know we just talked.
You guys, we're having 2 conversations, and the viewers, the listeners, they can't understand what the fuck's going on when there's 2 conversations.
I'm pretty sure the viewers love this shit.
They don't
hey,
say.
message us if you understand what's
Oh,
happening.
really?
No, I have legitimately had people message me saying,
Here.
dude, I tried to watch it, but then everyone started talking about 3 different things that it made no sense. I couldn't understand anything that was going on. So
And you zeroed in on a
That's
conversation that involved penis. I'm imagining that.
Well, I didn't
Anyway,
say
so
you
let's-
my penis.
let's
No, I'm
step
talking
back
to,
again.
talking to the
Shut up.
viewers.
Let's tie back in binge watching shows or movies back into gaming again. So if 3-4 hours of watching a single show is binging it, which I would say it is, then is playing 3 to 4 hours of a game no-lifing it?
No.
That
If you have the time to play the game, then no.
That's a
But if
hard
you
one.
have something else that you could be doing that's better, but you're not doing it and you're just playing the game, then yes, I would say that's no life in the game.
There is almost always something better to do than playing a
I
game.
was gonna say.
Well,
Well,
it
no
also
shit, but
depends on.
still.
So earlier, I want to go back to the previous questions you asked about health. Is it healthy to no life a game or no life a series?
yeah.
I was trying to interject earlier. Sobe was trying to get my attention on this, but it also depends on the circumstance. Let's say a loved one passed away, or you just had a very bad breakup with a relationship. You need something to get your mind off things. You need a distraction, and to me, playing a video game or at least indulging yourself in a television or movie series, something to take your mind off of all the bad shit, isn't a bad thing in my opinion. If anything, it's actually much healthier that you do take your mind off that stuff, because you don't want depression absolutely just settling in and just becoming a parasite just linked to you all day long or all week long. So if you have something else
But
to take your
there's-
mind off things, then that can
But there's
actually
the
be
thing,
healthy for you in that
It's
aspect. Just in
actually-
that aspect.
It's actually almost worse for you to ignore something and push it aside and occupy your mind with something else too much
Well,
than it is to
Well,
just
yeah.
confront those feelings and those problems in your and
but it's not
But if you
necessarily
take care of them right
ignoring, right?
I would rather a
ignoring.
person indulge in a video game or a television or movie series than resort to drinking alcohol continuously. Let me put it that way.
In some
Isn't that what we're
cases,
all
you're
doing
drinking
right
the
now?
alcohol
Yeah.
is still
Exactly.
the same. It is covering up
we're
the
in a
issue
game?
and not handling the issue at its core.
Exactly, it's a way to numb the
I didn't know
pain.
I
It's
was
just
this drunk.
alternatives.
So it's not healthy. It is not healthy to just cover up everything with something else. That's not necessarily healthy.
It's always jumping into it with a bottle and a lighter. Like sometimes you're not ready
Since
to go
I've
at
actually
it
done
immediately.
this, I can speak from
No wonder they told me I was
experience
holding a Molotov.
Oh my god.
I'm speaking from experience too, and I know it's not healthy.
I speak for
I
the
want to hear.
cheers.
Hang on. I want to hear Vampy. I want to hear Vampy on this one.
Yeah, me too.
It helped me get through a lot of shit. Binging
By ignoring it
no-living
and putting
games.
yourself on something else.
Yes, it really did help me get through a lot of shit in life.
But that's not necessarily a
It's the
healthy way
unfortunate
to get through things.
What is
by
this doing
ignoring
debate
it
on
on
the
the first
bathroom
to the
over
side.
I'm
here?
completely fine now. The thing is, each
No, you're
person
not.
takes
You're in
care
VR
of it.
chat right now. You're not fine.
I don't
None
know.
of us are
It's
fine,
what
then,
you.
Turtle.
A
But-
glass of water is healthy. Drinking the river isn't.
Yeah,
Drinking too much water is unhealthy.
That is an
Too much of
analogy to
any one
follow.
thing is not healthy. So replacing what I'm saying and what Xavion just explained is what I'm trying to get to as well.
Here's a better example.
Too much. No, let me continue. Too much of one thing to cover up another is not healthy.
Yeah, too much though.
Okay,
We're not saying
I can.
like
I can. Yeah, we're not saying that, but
So
No
no-lifing a
something-
game to keep your mind off of something that happened in your life. Like, let's say your girlfriend dumps you or whatever, so you no-life a game. That's not healthy. That's not a good way to get over that. That is not. There's
Get another
no
girlfriend.
way
well,
yeah, but what
let's.
if
you
you're
are
not
going to tell me that
no-lifing
that
is
yourself?
healthy?
yourself?
I didn't know that.
Okay, here's an example.
There you go. Get a boyfriend.
Let's
What?
let's put it like this. You broke up with your
What?
significant other. You really hate the person because they were a bitch. You go into a more violent game to get out all of that stress, instead of doing something a lot more drastic in real life. Because some people don't know how to manage themselves well.
I also
You're
you're
just
not
want to
getting
say
what I'm
that-
saying. You're going off on a completely different tangent.
Turtle, we know
here.
exactly what you're saying. What we're saying is not everyone's ready to confront it right off the bat.
Yeah, that's the
And
problem.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying if you
We
are
haven't even made it
using a
to B
game
yet.
to ignore it, cover it up, and
You're
never
right.
touch it, that is not healthy. That is what I'm saying.
Well, it's
That's
not
like
a-
very
it's-
23 minutes.
Turtle,
left.
it's not a matter of ignoring it,
Yeah.
but rather it's a means of coping with it.
It's-
You know, like for
Yeah,
example,
Not
I would.
ignoring it. Just
It's like a slow
Yeah.
motion train wreck. This is why.
there's a big
But you guys
difference.
are literally saying no-lifing a game and spending all your time focusing on this game because
but not all
someone
the
broke up
time.
with you and you
I
want to
can give
forget
you-
about it
Turtle, I
is
can give
healthy
you a
and
perfect
perfectly
example.
fine, and that's the best way to do it. But that's
I can give you a
covering
perfect
up
example,
something,
Turtle.
and that's not healthy.
Turtle, I can give you a perfect example. My brother passed away when I was 9 years old. He was 21. He died in a car accident. My brother and sister, to help me deal with that, they played Mario and Nintendo with me anytime I asked them. We'd play F-Zero, we'd play Street Fighter, we'd play Super Mario World, we'd play Donkey Kong together. And they did it because I asked them, because they wanted to spend time with me and help me through a very difficult time. And of
spending
course,
time
I
with
missed my brother still, but at the
Sometimes
same time, my family was there for me. They were just doing it to help me through a difficult time, and video games did help. Like, it
Can
was a
we
good
all agree
distraction.
that there is highly likely to be a better alternative than spending all your time playing games? Go out and socialize. For most things, going out and socializing with
there is
people.
a limit. There is definitely
Yes.
a limit. Like if you
I'll
go like
agree
this,
there's a
3
limit,
months doing
but-
this shit,
There's a limit, and there is also, and that's what I'm saying. Spending a month no-lifing a game because a girl broke up with you,
Oh no.
you are
keep going, the
covering
girl
up
break up, by
everything
the
with
way.
it.
Cry
I'm
about it, you
glad
big
it's
baby
breakup.
bitch.
that's
I'm just
acceptable.
saying, I'm just using it as an example, okay?
Okay.
I'm using it as an
Okay.
example
Well,
that
more.
most of us
That's what I
should
did.
have something,
What?
we should have something that ties into that.
Prove?
What?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
yeah,
But in my
yeah.
opinion, I use a
I can agree
game
with
like to
that. A
distract
weekend
myself
mode.
for like an hour.
Yeah, if you're spending, if you are no-lifing the game for weeks on end, or no-lifing gaming in general for weeks on end after something happened in your life, that is not healthy. You need to go the fuck
Yeah.
outside and touch grass.
No, I can agree with that.
I can't do that. I'm
Hold
allergic
up.
to it. Seriously, I am.
I'm against the
And
idea
that's
that
what I'm
touching
trying to
grass
say.
itself is
I'm-
healthy.
I'm not trying to say that playing a game for a few
not
hours,
benefiting
for a
me.
few days, is the worst way ever to help yourself get through something. No, yeah, it does get your mind off of it, but you need to also do other things, like go outside, go ride a fucking bike, go for a walk, go to the bar. You don't have to drink, just
Smoke
drink a
the
soda
grass.
and socialize with people.
Stop touching it.
Speaking
Smoke
of which,
it.
I should do that.
too.
Just go outside already.
So hold on.
Confirmed grass toucher.
Ew.
When it's not covered in snow.
But then you
No,
start
did he?
I mean,
if you start doing,
it's freaking
hang on.
middle of
If you start,
it's
if you start doing those too much, then we fall back into the same issue of when do you finally confront this?
Oh.
So,
getting deep.
what do you mean? Going for a walk or riding a
always help.
bike, getting outside in nature actually helps your mind cope with things naturally
Not when your
and
brain's
not
wired different.
cover.
Fuck that. Give me
And
that
not
artificial
cover
shit.
it.
I am anything but natural.
Turtle,
The
you gotta
outside
live in my
part-
city.
yeah.
You are not getting relaxed
So
driving in a city here, man.
So no,
People
okay,
will
I'm
kill
not
you.
talking about in the city either. This is like actual. This is true shit. Going for a walk in the woods, going and riding your bike out in nature, getting close to nature naturally calms you and helps you work through difficult thoughts. And that is an actual thing. I'm not just pulling this out my ass. I have read
okay,
articles about this
I live in the
exact
I
same
know
That's
what
shit.
why I
you're
felt
talking
good
about.
after
I
killing
don't
that
get
deer.
comfortable. I'm more worried about
My
when
name
it's
is Sean
fucking
Baby.
kill me.
I gotta
Okay,
schedule
so
an
the problem
hour-long
with that,
drive in
Turtle,
order to
is
do that. Like,
people in the
I can't just go
I
out into nature. It's not next
guarantee-
door to me.
I guarantee, even if you're in a city of 1 million people or 10 million people,
3.
I guarantee there is a park within like a 15-minute walk, 20-minute, 30-minute walk that gets you much closer to nature than playing a game.
Yeah, but in order to do so, I have to,
Oh,
I have to
you
cut through
really
the
don't
tens
know
of
my
thousands of
city,
people.
dude.
Yeah,
You do
most
not
know
cities
parks
don't
here.
have a lot of nature.
So-
Xavier, do you have to carry
Those
a gun
are
if you
bum
walk through the
city.
park?
So, Xavier,
Yes, you have to carry a gun.
I've spent a
I
lot
am
of
not
time
joking.
in Atlanta.
Okay.
I have spent a lot of
I'm
time
sorry.
in fucking Atlanta. And
Yeah?
unless you are in the deep downtown of Atlanta, there is a fucking park within a 15-minute walk or a forest within a
I
15-minute walk.
don't live in Atlanta.
I can't-
I'm in the
I can't
heart
confirm
of
that.
Tampa. Yeah.
And other,
Dude, I know
other,
this
other
city.
cities. So if,
Yeah.
if you're in Tampa, how far away is the ocean?
How far away?
Like in like 40 minutes
How
from here.
How long do you
How
have?
is
Like 40 minutes ish.
I'm not gonna put specifics, but I say I get over the water all the time because that's where I work. It's very close to water. Like none of this sounds like
Okay, so-
stress reducing to me. In
This
fact,
is
it
also-
raises stress.
This is also,
also
a
like-
problem with cities. Actually, this is a problem with big cities, and that's why,
Mhm.
on average, people that live out in more rural or urban areas or suburban areas, people that live in those areas are statistically more likely to be like happy and comfortable than people that live in downtown cities. That
Where
isn't.
are we
You can't
right
fucking.
now?
You can't say that's a lie.
That's what I'm
this,
saying.
This is actual.
No,
This is actual
I
true
don't
shit.
doubt the data. I do
Maybe.
think that. I mean,
There's
How
a
do I
certain
put it? I
extent
feel
to
like
these
we can-
things.
yeah, there's a certain extent.
Today's episode
Like,
brought to you by
Obviously,
mental
there's going to be
health.
outliers that just don't help. But
If I want to park,
overall,
I literally can walk 5 minutes over and I can go to a
I know.
park. Nature's right there. But I'm bringing my 9 because there's other people there too. It's not as peaceful as I get you. Like, yeah, there's probably some nice areas where there's parks and they're safe. This isn't one.
My home is safe.
okay, and most people
My home
is what
is
I'm
safe.
saying. Most people and most large cities do have spaces that you can just go out, walk around in nature, and get close
Space?
to nature. I swear, you guys are all using like the.
You just get divorced? Go in a spaceship.
You guys are all using the
Yeah,
exception makes the
arguments,
rule.
but it's
So,
like-
but listen,
We-
what you guys are all
Yeah, we'll
doing
get
is the
listening.
exception, and the exception makes the rule. But the exception does not make the rule. The rule has exceptions.
But because of those exceptions, not everybody can do them.
And I'm not
Yeah.
saying everyone can. I'm saying most people can, which is not a lie. Most people can. Unless
Yeah,
you
sure,
live
sure.
in
If
a
you're doing the
massive
same
city.
thing
So-
every day,
then you're
for
So
less
I
hours
likely
live in the
without
city.
facing
I
a
used to go
problem,
outside a
you have
lot
a new
more
problem.
back in
That's
the day.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the problem is,
Go
I'm
for a
like,
walk,
I'm piled
your
on
mind.
people. There's,
But everyone de-stresses
I hear
in
you.
different
Go
ways.
for a
That's the way
walk.
it is.
I don't know. I have my brother down
Go
here.
break a leg.
Like just visiting here. He looked around the area. It's like, be
Sustained
careful
bodily
when you walk.
harm. That's
Like,
what
I
it
know.
is.
Like the things that would
breaker.
de-stress in areas that I think some people
the
can
fuck up,
imagine
SCP.
doesn't de-stress all. In fact, anything there's a lot of more walls, and I think environment is very important into how you can de-stress. Your options are there, but they're not always the same. So gaming becomes more important in order to get like privacy. That's a big thing here in the city. You want
If
to
you could
feel
take a
like I
weekend
was.
to go for a drive, go an hour away, go out in the country, spend a weekend out in the country. That's
Yeah,
healthier
someone
than
would-
spending all your time playing games.
Sounds great. $500, please. I mean, I got me and a couple other people. They're gonna pack their bags. I got to rent a room, and that's minimal.
Don't rent a room,
Yeah.
buy a $20
Yeah,
tent.
rent a
Use a
room.
car.
And they also got to be in board too. There's no schedules with them. They don't have other things going on that weekend. It's not as easy as I can
So-
just get up out the house, and that's less relationships. in
It
general.
might not be, but again, it is healthier. You can't tell me that it's not.
Turtle, I don't care how
Oh, yeah,
stressed
you-
I am. I'm
you-
not going
you
fucking
plan for
camping.
that.
Period.
Yeah.
Should I
But
think whatever
in
you're
that
trying
time-
to
Not when
say,
you
there
fox.
are
We'll play Warframe in
situations
the middle of the woods.
where
Oh God,
I
I'm
could
gonna have to
agree
go
with
to
Xavier,
work
I
because
get that-
Destiny's dead.
I get that you guys might try to make
Yeah,
an excuse
Destiny
on
died.
why
I was gonna mention
can't
that earlier.
go out and experience
an
nature and get
It
closer to
is-
nature.
I'm happy it's kind of at a ending.
You
I'm
can always
with it.
come up with a way to do it. There is always some sort of a forest,
Okay.
even in the big cities. There's small forested areas. There are places to go. I guarantee.
Turtle, where I live,
Okay,
I can't go
okay.
2
But I
hours without
value-
approaching the woods in some capacity. I know.
I value my
I live in the
privacy
middle of
more
fucking
than
nowhere.
being
I can walk outside to
and
bed. There's
my
gonna be a fucking
privacy
deer
makes
in my
me
yard.
comfortable.
Hold on. Let me add this. I took a drive to Jersey, right? Driving up
That's
to
what
Jersey.
I'm trying to say.
As I'm driving up, I think I can see what Turtle's perspective is. That was the most beautiful landscape I have seen in a long time.
That was
Hills,
a nice
valley-
ass.
Yes. Florida is the flattest fucking state. I'm dead ass. I'm looking at butt cheek mountains, glorious
I'm
pretty
sorry.
hills. It was a beautiful sight. Like here, because everything's flat, like it's so important. You don't see like beautiful nature. You see the tree in front of you, and that's that way for the entire fucking state. It literally is the flattest
Yeah.
state on on the states. That's why hurricanes just kind of like blow past through the
I mean,
whole
between
state and
Florida
go
and
across
Texas,
the
it's
ocean.
kind of tied.
So
Go to
apparently we just have to
Saskatchewan and
take out
Manitoba, then
both
talk to me.
Florida and Texas and just make them not included in the you can go out and experience the natural the natural shit around you, even if it's a
Well,
fucking
Oh, let's not
Fuck
forget
out
South
the
Carolina
state.
and North Carolina.
Let's
Let's
not
not forget
bring
them
up a
places.
point,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
at
bring up a
190
I
degrees,
don't
we
get
have
why
it
you
in
guys
there.
are trying to refute the fact that going out,
I'm not-
even the little bit of
We're
nature that you can
fucking
experience
nuts.
outside where
I'm
you are,
not.
even the
trying to
little
live
bit of
my
nature that you
Turtle,
can
90
experience.
degrees. We're
Hold on,
sweating
okay,
our
let me put it
balls
like this:
off.
since we're all
Never
arguing
mind.
over kind of dumb shit.
I am totally wrong that going and trying to experience what little nature you have available to you, horrible idea. Don't do it. Spend all your time playing games.
Motherfucker, that is not
I'm
what
saying
I
nature
said.
in,
hold on,
other states is
I
better.
haven't even been able to say what I'm trying to say, man.
Okay, everyone.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah, okay.
Let Summit here speak.
We're gonna be
his
wrapping up
piece.
after you're done talking. So
I just wanted to bring up the point that I'm
course,
a
a
bit,
bunch of gamers fight
personally I'm
touching
different.
grass.
I like privacy over being outside mostly because now let me
Yay!
say this is because I grew up in that beautiful nature. Like I grew up living in the bush.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's not something
Damn,
I
right.
require. Now that I live in a city, I definitely value my privacy, and that privacy makes me a lot more comfortable, especially after having my car recently broken in and having a $7,000 bike stolen from me. Like,
Oh, I feel you.
personally,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a very nice mountain bike.
I literally want to
It's not-
move out
okay, that makes
and to
sense.
literally move back into something like what you're talking about. Like, cause like it like I don't know. It's weird. Once you're in it, it feels like there's no escape. Even if you do walk outside, it's a feeling
Like,
that
I'm
I
not-
don't think you understand.
I'm not
Walk
trying to
outside
I'm
sounds
not
like it
genuinely
used to
private
fix it.
property.
if you can go,
I'm allowed to
experience
kill
more
anyone that
nature
comes on
than
my
you
property.
experience sitting in your fucking computer.
Technically,
should do
you
it
can
once in a
too, but we
while.
hear the
That's all
gunshots
I'm
more
saying.
often here.
No, Once in a while,
it is almost
definitely.
guaranteed
of
that you can do that. If you say you can't for XYZ reasons, then you're making excuses. Because
Oh, I'm not
you
saying
can
that.
do an experience.
$500.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse.
I'm moving
I'm
on
not
family.
trying to give an excuse.
I'll use it.
Trying
keep that in
to
mind
say
next
that
time
it's
someone
going to
wants me to
cost
go
you
to a fucking
$500 to
concert.
go out to the nearest park and spend or go for a walk down the road and look at the trees on the side of your fucking roads.
You don't know my
Is
roads.
that-
is
You're
that-
assuming
with
my
how dangerous-
roads.
With how
I'm
dangerous
assuming
this
that
world
there
is
are
today, Turtle.
trees.
We
Because
literally
for
have
90% of
every
Americans-
day.
Man, this is so hard.
There are trees in your yard. There are trees by your roads. Almost everyone in the fucking country has trees.
Yes, the one that fell
Yeah,
down
let's
because of the
just live in a
hurricane.
suburban
It's
neighborhood.
still in my
In that case, I'm sorry.
backyard.
I finally got the
I'm
one
not
off
even
my
joking,
shed.
that's
And I
real.
know Florida. I have drove
It was
up and
a
down
my
every
shed outside
fucking
connected to
mile
my
of
house.
interstate in Florida.
Yeah, and I'm in the heart of
And
it, dude.
live.
And
Like,
when
I don't think I
as
can really.
soon as I
get
got
you to
off the
understand.
interstate,
Didn't you get hit by a
every
Helene pretty
road
hard?
had trees lining it. And I fucking love those fucking palm trees. So,
I think
That
we're
is
just
true.
gonna
One of the
disagree.
palm
I
trees are the
mean,
best.
I've
You are
been
making
here
excuses
for
with
a
that.
To Canada, go to BC. It's very
decade
pretty.
over your
Hate the
visit.
people of
Decade
the
over
state,
your
love the state
visit.
itself.
How about
I
we
hear
all go
you.
to Brazil?
Yeah, let's go to
No, not Kalen.
Ohio.
Not Kalen.
Anyway.
No.
we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I do have somewhere I have to go right away. So,
Look, I've only got one final nail in the coffin. Do
Go for
whatever
it.
calms you down. Don't do it forever. It is not going to help you.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
but
Limits.
human
Same as
nature,
Escape.
Except
I'm
fucking
saying, though,
bitches.
is human
Fuck
nature.
bitches.
Your reasoning.
Please fuck
human
bitches.
nature,
Or
humans
don't fuck
naturally get calmer
Gentlemen
in
Christ,
fuck
please.
men.
forested areas.
Go to BC and Canada for nature, though. It's very
In
pretty.
nature. Anyway, so thank you
I kinda wanna
you
go
guys for
there,
being here
actually.
for episode 54
Go to
of the
BC.
Beyond Pixels
Trust me.
podcast.
It's where
Don't
all
know
the
what we're
pretty
going to
shit
talk
is.
about next. Shut the fuck up. Don't know what we're going to talk about next week. No, that's one of the things. You don't talk during my outro. God damn.
Skibbity.
Like a dish I'll never forget.
Toilet.
So thank you for being here for episode 54 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. You can find us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/Turtle01. Find all the previous episodes over on YouTube. If you have ideas for other topics we could talk about, we talk about online, VR, and it's been getting a lot into the social aspect of things recently. All sorts of different topics. What else? If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, something like that. I don't know. Talk about what game you know lifed in the comments. That'll be a good one for this week.
Yeah.
All right.
If you
And
don't
we're gonna
know
go
live
ahead
games,
and
which one have you played the most?
Yes.
we're gonna go ahead and do the
Judge
thing
you
we do at
all.
the end of every episode. And we're gonna go ahead and let Xavier show himself.
I actually have something to promote. So I'll be streaming
shit.
on January 23rd, 10 p.m. Eastern time. That'll be after your stream because I will still be there too. That'll be on the Thursday. And this will be, I guess a welcome to the countdown of me turning 40. And everyone's welcome. Come enjoy me becoming even older. Yep.
Hooray!
It'll be a birthday party.
Beef day.
We should join the black
It'll be
jo-
beef day.
join the Black Cat Bingo and donate as much money as you can so we can get this man to shave his beard.
And
Oh
head.
yeah, that'll be coming up next week.
Yeah.
That'll be starting next week.
Yeah, everyone get your money ready.
Turn this beaver into a twink.
Okay, starting January 13th, this coming Monday, on Rumble and on Kick, the Madwire podcast is officially launching, and I'm very excited about it. Rumble.com/circuitry, and also Kick. You can watch us. We'll be dual casting between the two. Also, you can all of those links can be followed on my Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I do have a Twitch. I don't use it anymore. I'm not on TikTok. Never will be on TikTok. And also, fuck Blue Sky. I'm gonna add that in.
Yeah, no, Blue Sky's just
Am I
becoming
invited?
Twitter light.
Okay, and
I don't know.
you don't have
I
anything.
can't hear anything between you
Fair
two, between
enough.
everybody.
But it's coming
I don't use
You can find
anything.
me at Twitch.
I use
at,
caveman tools.
Bloodworth. I'm
Eric
not
one
streaming
pound.
currently. I'm still working on getting the PC together. I've got a lot of things to do, and talking with Stealth needs to happen.
It's coming. Give me some time.
Also, Bucket Shit Show. Never forget, we need the fucking bucket, Turtle. Seriously.
Okay, Summit, do you have anything you would like to shill this week?
Yes, I have a
It's a
TikTok.
dick in a box.
I post for honor
Oh,
clips
God.
on it. It is Summit Division YT if you want to watch me suffer, and that's about it. But also join Turtle's Minecraft server.
Tater dude.
Turtle, it's bad.
Still.
Y'all can find me at twitch.tv/DeltaFox. Over the last couple weeks or months, honestly, I know my sleep schedule, that too, but my stream schedule has been an absolute mess. As you can tell, this is what's eating up my time, but I'm working on getting a schedule set up. We're moving here the next month or so. Hopefully after that everything stabilizes. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Okay. And once again, thank you all for being here. We're going to go ahead and end it there.
Party time.
Was there anything that we missed?
Everybody scatter.
I do not believe so. You got the comment question.
We didn't really talk about
Strawberry
Minecraft much,
flavored butt plugs.
which was
Let's go.
the catalyst for this topic.
Coming inside of a
Hey,
What?
Coming.
what we're doing an
Oh, we should
outro.
all
Hey,